Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our automotive and logistics session. I'll shortly pass over to Tracy and John from our logistics department at the Manchester College, and they're going to talk to you about logistics courses we have on offer. The presentation will then be followed by a logistics Q&A, so feel free to put any questions you have in the Q&A box. After that, we'll then be joined by Ayub and Ibrahim, who will talk to you about the automotive courses that we've got on offer. Again, any questions about automotive, feel free to put them in the Q&A box to the right of your screen. So I'll pass you over to Tracy now to get the session started. Thanks, Tracy.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're interested in learning a little bit about logistics. I'm Tracy. I'm the head of department here in the logistics department. And on the left here is John. So John's going to be answering some of your questions as you listen to this presentation. Do any of you know anything about logistics? Because it's not just driving a lorry. Okay. At the Manchester College, we can offer you the opportunity to become involved in one of the fastest growing sectors in the country, if not the world. The future of logistics is changing rapidly, and we would like to offer you the opportunity to develop your skills in logistics. I'm going to show you a short video that will give you a little bit of a flavour of logistics and what it's about.
Most of us aren't even aware of the UK logistics industry, yet it's one of the most successful sectors in UK business. Logistics affects nearly every aspect of our daily lives. It's quite literally all around us all the time. It never stops. It just continues to grow and respond to the demands we place upon it. One would be forgiven for taking the logistics sector for granted. But if you scratch beneath the surface a little and understand the principles that define life as we live it, it shouldn't. After all, without efficient logistics, so much is at stake. Did you know that 95% of fruit and 50% of vegetables eaten in the UK are imported? They arrive by boat, air and rail nearly every hour of every single day. Our roads, railways and waterways are the arteries that keep our shelves stocked and the system functioning. Without them, we wouldn't have any of the things we use, eat and enjoy. So next time you're eating your lunchtime sandwich or enjoying your morning coffee, spare a thought for where it's come from and how it came to you. It all happens right under our noses. The world keeps on turning without us really paying attention. But imagine if it just stopped. What would you do with the half-ton of rubbish you generate each year? That's just the stuff you see. There's a further 440 million tonnes of other waste dealt with behind the scenes. In fact, we produce so much rubbish that every 2 hours we could fill the Albert Hall. But clearing up after us is a dirty job, and someone's got to do it. And logistics plays a fundamental part in that. If you're feeling nice and warm while watching this film, consider the logistics that brought the power to your heating system. A massive 63 million tonnes of coal are burnt in our power stations every year, and 70% is moved by train. And the fuel in your car only gets there because the oil itself is driven to a convenient location for you to get it. Even our alternative energies are hugely dependent on logistics. These farms then generate clean energy, which is harnessed and delivered back into business to supply yet more services. Believe it or not, over £10 billion worth of pharmaceuticals enter the UK every year. A vast majority are brought in by air and then delivered by road to the wholesalers. As our second biggest sector, the economic health of the nation is also heavily dependent on exports from the UK's pharmaceutical industries. It's a big business, all made possible through transport logistics. So, other than heating, food, waste removal, construction, manufacturing, our emergency services, our economy and medicine, what has logistics done for us? Well, without it, everyday life would look and feel very different. With no way to ship products from the Far East, there'd be no TV, surround sound or CD player for a start. Furniture from Scandinavia and the polish we use to clean it would disappear. It's fair to say the price of genuine Turkish rugs would skyrocket too. In fact, without logistics, it would be impossible to obtain the building materials needed to build in the first place. It would be living, but not as we know it.
Okay, so that was a little bit about logistics. I hope it's given you a little flavour. So, a couple of little questions on the video. What percentage of fruit is imported into the UK? John will answer any questions for you or respond to you as you're going through those questions. How many eggs per annum does each household consume? How many tonnes of rubbish does each household produce? And what is the value of pharmaceuticals imported into the UK? I'm hoping John's responding to you as you're answering some of those. The next slide shows a picture of a watch, a camera, some steel, some fireworks. Does anybody know what these would have in common? This is all to do with logistics. All of these goods, along with many others in our modern world, are made in China and the Far East, and all of those have to be imported into the UK. So logistics is a vital role for everything you've got in your house, your phone, potentially the clothes you've got on, have all come from the Far East. Okay. Goods are made in China or made in the Far East. They're actually manufactured over there. They're boxed up onto pallets, put into containers, and then transported to the UK. That transport is either by boat or by air. So, would anybody like to guess how long it takes from China to the UK by boat, and how long it takes from China to the UK by air, and how many miles it is? I'm going to give you the answer to this one. Okay. It's over 8,000 miles from China to the UK. If I want to go by air, I can do it in 13 to 40 hours, depending on whether there's stopovers en route. So if I stop off in 2 different countries, it might take me 40 hours. Going by sea will take me 6 weeks. So if I need something really quickly, I need to go by air. But the problem with that is I can't fit a lot on a plane. If I want to ship a car, I can probably only fit 3 or 4 cars on a plane. Whereas if I want to ship cars by sea, on some of these very large containers, we can fit 8,500 cars, which is an awful lot of cars. So when you're thinking about buying your car in a couple of years' time, chances are they'd come over by sea. Okay. Business decide on the best way to deliver the goods. So again, this is something you would learn in class about whether goods would be delivered by road, whether they would be delivered by rail, whether they'd be delivered by air or by sea, and why. So certain goods would be delivered by air. So if you think about your fresh fruit and veg, chances are they're delivered by air. If you think about your large items, chances are TVs, things like that, they'll be delivered by sea. A little word search. So I'm going to give you 3-4 minutes to have a look at this and see how many words you can spot in that word search. Just type in if you've spotted them and tell John. How are we doing with that word search? Are we finding many? Some of the jobs you could go into in logistics. There's drivers, so you could be a van driver, just delivering locally. You could be a lorry driver, okay? We have 2 LGV lorries at the college, and you may get the opportunity to go out with one of our drivers on one of the routes just to see what it's like to be in a big lorry. You'll definitely get the opportunity to sit in it, but you may get the opportunity to go out. There's picker-packers, which are basically based in warehouses, supervisors and managers. Transport planners, these are the guys that plan the routes that the lorries and vans are going to go, and they have to plan the best routes. Forklift truck drivers, okay, again, you might get the opportunity to have a go at one of these as well, and maybe get your license for that, because we're going to have one of those in the college. Supply chain manager and buyers, they're the people who actually source the items and purchase them from all over the world. So if you go into that field, you might get the chance to travel the world, which is what I've done. I came from that background and I've travelled all over the world. Import and export managers are responsible for how goods come into the country and how they leave the country. Procurement, again, about buying goods. Designer, odd one. Why is that in logistics jobs? That's sat there because if you look at all the lorries that are travelling up and down the country, they've all got their company logo and design on the side. Somebody's designed that. So even as a designer, you might be able to go into logistics. And finance, HR, warehouse staff, and compliance staff, making sure things are done. They're all roles that are in logistics, and I'll give you an idea of some of the salaries now. Okay, so a transport manager could be on between £40,000 to £50,000 a year. A lorry driver will generally be on 28,000 plus, 28, 30, 35,000. A warehouse operative would normally be on starting point about 18,000. Forklift truck driver, anywhere between 18,000 to 30,000. And the reason they can go up so much is depending on what they're doing, what they're picking, and also they could go on to be a trainer driver. Purchasing managers, 41,000. and supply chain managers 43,000. So it is a sector where there is some good money. But again, you need to think about your education to be on that kind of money. Okay, moving into the future. What's logistics going to look like? Well, we're going towards drones. We're going towards automated deliveries. We're going to self-drive lorries eventually. But we need people who can do the actual digital side of things to get that up and running. So again, you'll learn some of those skills. So as I say there, are you ready to jump on board the logistics train to the future? Courses we offer a level 1 logistics course, a level 2 logistics course, and a level 3 logistics course. And we also offer a procurement and supply chain level 3. If you go for the level 3 logistics course, we have gained a link with Hull University, who run a supply chain degree, and they will offer you an automatic place into university. Okay, the study programme side of things. Basically, you get your technical and professional qualification, which is your logistics qualification. So that's your core qualification. You do your English and maths. We do tutorials to make sure you're happy with what you're doing. You're still working towards what you're working on. Employability and work experience. So we'll get you into some of these logistics companies. And we do enrichment, things like Duke of Edinburgh Award. So you get that opportunity to do different things. We'll also offer you support. We're not going to leave you and just try and figure things out yourselves. We'll offer you weekly support. We'll track your attendance, discuss any issues and concerns with you, and we'll give you one-to-one discussions regarding any issues. So don't think it's going to be in the class with everyone else. It is going to be individual. Okay, some of our industry partners include people like Royal Mail, Wincanton, XPO Logistics, Yodel, Manchester City Council, DWP, Department of Work and Pension, and Greater Manchester Combined Authority. We've been working quite closely with Greater Manchester Combined Authority because basically their strategy for Greater Manchester includes logistics as one of their key areas. So obviously the college is excited that Greater Manchester is seeing it as a key area. So come and join us on an exciting journey to the future. Be part of something amazing. Be amazing yourselves. That is logistics. So do any of you have any questions? I know it's probably not necessarily what you've come to look at, logistics, because I think you've all come to actually probably see up with automotive. But I'm hoping it's given you a little flavour about logistics.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. That was a really good presentation, really informative. Thank you. What I'm going to do is going to have a look through the Q&A box now. See, I think we've had quite a few questions, and we've got someone here who's asked, is there good money in logistics? Oh, you're just on mute there.
Sorry, back off mute. There's really good money in logistics. Okay, the money in logistics can range from 25,000 for working at the height, maybe as a supervisor in a warehouse, up to 50,000 for supply chain manager. Yeah, really good money in logistics and the opportunity to travel the world.
Brilliant, thank you. And we've got somebody called Joe who's asked, can I still apply?
Yes, of course you can. Yes.
Brilliant.
So just go through the normal college process and you can apply. We will be doing enrolment days as well.
Great, thank you. And we do also have some sessions next week. We've got one on the Tuesday the 21st, which is making a college application, which is at 11 AM. So if anyone is wanting to find out more information about how you do actually go through that process, sign up for that session and you'll learn all about it. Somebody else has asked, could I go on to university to study, and what could I study?
You can do. You can go to Hull University, as I've said, and study a degree on supply chain, but you could also go and do different courses at university. Once you've got that level 3 qualification, you will gain placement in university anyway.
Great, thank you very much. And somebody's asked, can you tell me a bit more about the logistics course? What do I expect to learn on it?
What do you expect? Lots of things. Okay, so some of the things you've just seen on the video. How goods get from A to B, why goods get from A to B. You will learn about delivery of goods. You'll learn about how goods are made. One that you might not have come across is something called lean. So taking all the waste out of your deliveries and your goods, and I'm not meaning waste as in rubbish, I'm meaning waste as in the processes behind, so you'll learn all about that as well. So some very different things you might come across, something you definitely wouldn't have come across in school.
Great, thank you. And somebody said, in September, will I be doing online learning or will I be in the classroom?
You'll be in the classroom, but you'll also be doing some online learning. So it will be a mixture, but we have planned that you will be in college 2 days and 1 day for online learning.
Great, thank you. We've also had a question about if somebody needs prior experience. Now I know John has been answering in the Q&A as well, but are you able to just answer that as well out loud, please, Tracy?
Yes, certainly. So prior experience in logistics?
Yes.
No, we will literally teach you from the basics upwards. So no, we wouldn't expect you to have prior experience because it's not an area necessarily where you'll have actually come across before.
Great, thank you. Somebody else has asked, can you help me get some work experience?
Yes, we will do. We always work with our work experience team anyway, and we will be doing work experience as part of the course.
Great, thank you. And I think that looks like all the questions. We have had someone called Callum who has asked, can I still apply? But obviously we have just mentioned that, so I think we've already answered. You can indeed still apply, Callum. Oh yeah, we've got one more just come through. How will work experience happen during COVID situation?
That's a really good question, and one I genuinely can't answer at the moment. So I know the college is looking into that, and I will be honest, I don't know at the moment. So if anybody else has an answer to that, I'm quite happy for anybody else to chip in. But as far as I know, the college is working on that at the moment.
Thanks, Tracy. And I'll just wait a couple more moments to see if any more questions come through, but it looks like that is it for the logistics questions. And we are going to be moving on to IUB in just a second. So once IUB is up and running, we'll move across to his presentation. And in the meantime, we'll wait and see if we get any more questions about logistics. But IUB, if you can just get yourself set up and we'll run with you.
I'll stop sharing now. So.
Hi, so are you ready to go now? If you can just start sharing your screen, that would be fantastic.
Yes, not a problem. Just one moment there, please. Can everybody see that okay?
Just 1 second. Brilliant. Great. Thanks a lot then. So thanks a lot for your presentation, Tracy, and over to you, IUB.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Amy, for that, and welcome everybody for the automotive presentation. I'm so glad you can join us this afternoon. Wish there was some sunshine, but hey ho, it's raining where I am, over in Lancashire. And today we're going to talk about automotive at the Manchester College. My name's Ayub Musa. I'm the head of department at the Manchester College. and today I'm going to take you through our offer in the automotive sector, and hopefully at the end of the presentation you'll have a lot more information of what the college has got to offer, and most importantly what you can do once you've done the qualification. So let's move onwards. So did you know there's more than one area in automotive, and the areas that we offer at the Manchester College is light vehicle maintenance and repair, auto electrical, body and paint, and all our qualifications go up to IMI level 3. IMI is the awarding body that sort of regulates and gives you the certification, gives you the license to practice. So what I'm going to do is talk you through what these areas are and what you can learn in these particular areas. Okay, so when you do apply, you've got a strong knowledge of what you can get at the end of it, and most importantly, what you're going to be doing whilst you're on the course. Okay, but before I go ahead, I'm just going to introduce you to my colleague Ibrahim. So Ibrahim Patel is one of the tutors that teaches on the program on everything automotive at the Manchester College, and what he's going to be doing is taking any questions you've got throughout the presentation in the chat box area. We've got a video to play at the end of the presentation, so whilst the video is playing you can have a discussion with your friends, family. Any questions you've got time to also post them questions to us whilst the video is playing, also at the end of the video. Okay, so let's talk about light vehicle maintenance and repair. What is it? So light vehicle maintenance and repair is you're identifying tools, you're identifying vehicle construction and the components. As an example, what the makeup of the car is. So something from simple as tires and brakes, moving forward to more complex things like airbags and ABS systems, gearboxes. A lot of the cars these days, or a lot of people are preferring automatic vehicles, so that is a completely different entity on its own. So these are the things that you will be exploring on the course. Second thing you'll be doing in light vehicle maintenance and repair is exploring how to do something if something breaks, what we call tools and fabrication. So sometimes something is quite simple and straightforward, remove a screw or remove a bolt and refit in reverse order. But what do you do if you're taking a screw off and the screw snaps off? Then you've got nothing to work with to put your fasteners on together. So some of the techniques that you'll be learning is, in an eventuality like that happens, how you make that repair, which is the mechanic's nightmare. Okay, so next bit is test, inspect and maintain vehicle systems. So this is quite simple and straightforward. A lot of the vehicles come into the garages for servicing. When they come in for a service, we check things. That's the inspection hat on, making sure that everything's in good working order. We also test things, that making sure that things are working as they should. And if they're not working, we talk to the customer or we talk to the fleet company, whoever the vehicle belongs to, giving them a costings example. That's where your mathematics comes in. Yeah, we have it. Sometimes you might need to make a report. That's where the English side comes in. Yeah, so it's really important to do your best at your GCSEs in school, because although you're doing automotive or everything automotive, English and maths is always needed. Last bit is diagnose faults. Yeah, so a lot of cars now, when a fault occurs, you get a light on the dashboard. Nobody knows what it is. Yeah, only way to find out is to plug the vehicle into the diagnostic machine, which is like a small computer, and it tells you where, or it tells you when the fault occurred. And then what you do, learn, you know, the techniques the teachers and the tutors will train you. You go trying to fault find on where the issue lies. Then you replace that component, and then the light goes off the dashboard. Okay, so that's light vehicle for you. So light vehicle maintenance and repair. The next course that we offer is auto electrical. Auto electrical is everything electrical on a car. quite different from mechanical, because mechanical is all about fixings and fittings, whereas electrical is more about diagnosing faults with the engine, which are electrical, ABS systems, anti-lock braking systems, also looking at things like parking sensors, satellite navigation systems, and some people may want to install aftermarket components, such as I've just purchased a vehicle, it hasn't got parking sensors on, I want to have parking sensors fitted. Same with the satellite navigation. I don't have satellite navigation, I want to fit that. And also using, as you can see with the lady in the picture, using computer systems to integrate to the vehicle to see where any faults are stored on the memory banks of the vehicle to hand. Okay, so that is auto electrical for you. All right, moving onwards is body and paint. So this is in the unfortunate situation that you had you may know somebody who's had a collision, you may have been involved in an accident with your friends and family. What happens? So this is all the background, what happens after you've had the accident. The vehicle comes into the garage, there's assessment that has been made to see, okay, what the cost is going to be for the repair. Again, mathematical skills. You need to do an inspection to see, is it cost repairable to fix the car? Yeah, if the value of the car is £5,000 and the damage of the car is more than £5,000, we need to make an assessment to say, hang on, we're not going to fix this car. The damage is more than the value of the vehicle. So you'll see again on the video, one of the things you'll be learning is the body accident repair process, the process that you go from panel beating, applying primer, filler techniques, and then the refinishing paint process, which has lots of different techniques such as blending. Now, what's a blend? Well, a blend is, say for instance, you've got a car that's got damage to the front door. Now, if you put a new front door on and you just paint the front door, you can see a color difference. So what you have to do, you have to blend the paint process in so you can't see the difference from the front door to the back door. The color sort of fades into the bodywork. And also, whilst you're doing things like that, you have to learn mechanical and electrical trim. This is because, for instance, as an example I've just given, changing that door, there's a lot of mechanical and electrical trims and parts on the door, such as electric window, central locking. All these things need to be maybe removed off one door, fitted onto another. So this is why it's important that we will also teach you on this program mechanical and electrical trim, fittings and fasteners. So that's the three areas that we've got in automotive at the Manchester College. It's never too late to apply. To apply, the college website, just Google the Manchester College or tmc.ac.uk. All the information's there. Yeah. The application will be processed by my team and we'll be in touch to give you an interview once we've received your application, which is between 5 days or so. Yeah, sometimes a lot earlier, but the second we receive it, we will be in touch to have a conversation with you and make sure you're going on the right program. Progression. So once you've done one of them three courses, what can you do? Where can you go? Yeah, because this is the most important thing you need to ask yourself. I'm doing this course to get into employment or to get into university. Yeah, or am I on the correct route? So the most popular one that people want to join is the automotive technician. Yeah, automotive technician is basically a mechanic, somebody who will work in the garage, fix the vehicles, what you see where, in the dealerships, if you've been to a dealership or if you've been to a garage that you see, or you can see in the picture there. MOT tester, that's a very popular one. A lot of students wants to become an MOT tester. An MOT tester is a person who will check a vehicle's roadworthiness, and it will make sure that the vehicle is safe for the driver for the passengers and also the people, the pedestrians that are on the streets and on the roads. And this test needs to be carried out once the car is 3 years old, and the test is done every 12 months. Auto electrician, that's another popular one. That is fixing the vehicle with computers and electronics, parking sensors, what I talked about, satellite navigation, what I talked about. So this is an auto electrician. Lastly, the accident repair specialist. This is the person who takes over the vehicle once the car has been in an accident. So you've got a car, it's gone into an accident, that is the person who sees the vehicle to be picked up by the recovery, brought into the workshop, put back to roadworthy condition, and then given back to the customer. So these are the 4 quick progression opportunities that you can achieve if you do a course with us. So what is the course? Well, the course is now called the study program. And as you can see, there is many entitlements to the study program. Now, you need to do all the areas that you can see in the cog to gain your qualification. If one piece is missing, such as, say, for instance, enrichment is missing, then the cog is not complete. Now, at this moment in time, everybody will be thinking, that looks complicated. It really isn't. We have a fantastic team to take you through the program, and we will teach you all the bits that you can see on that cog. And the most important one I want to talk about here is the support, which is right at the bottom. You're supported from day one. Even that once you've left the college, we're still here for you. Yeah. So anytime that you are struggling, you don't understand anything, the support is available from your tutors, from myself as the head of department, and from anyone that's got a Manchester College lanyard on. Okay, so what is the study program and what are your commitments? What we're looking for is a candidate that's going to come to the college and going to have really good attendance. That is vital. If you come to the college, you will learn. If you miss days, you will miss out on the things that your friends are learning. Okay? If you need to do English and maths, you've not got the grades that you need, we will offer you English and maths. And this is not an option. You have to put in the effort, or you've got a second chance to improve your grade at English and maths. You will be having tutorials where the achievement tutors will be talking to you, setting you some targets, making sure that you're going to achieve. And just like what Tracy was talking about on the previous presentation, we have at the college specialist employability tutors. What they do is ensure that you get meaningful work experience. And this work experience is worth gold, because once you're there, you pick up these golden nuggets along the way through your work experience journey to get you into employment once you've finished the program. And most importantly, we want you to have fun along the way. Yeah, we want to make sure you enjoy yourself and you enjoy every minute of your time at the college. What I was talking to you a little bit more about support. You may join the course and you may think, hang on, this is not the course from me. No problem. We can offer you the guidance, the advice, and the assistance to maybe change the course. We have many students that join the course, say, for instance, in body and paint, and then they decide, I want to do motor vehicle mechanical. Not a problem. So the support is there on a daily basis. The college is open for not just for you to ask questions when you're in the class to your tutor. We have various channels where you can talk to us to get support. The phone number, the website, which I told you about, tmc.ac.uk. Yeah, speak to any member of staff that's got a lanyard on. We are here for you. Employability. So this is something that adds value to your program. So during the course, you will be going to special sessions called employability sessions. And that's all about making you more employable in the business sector. And what you will be doing is you'll be developing your employability skills. You might be thinking, what are they? Well, these are creating a letter to an employer, updating your CV, preparing yourself to go on to work experience with the correct language. Yeah, presenting yourself to an employer. Yeah, some of the placements that some of the students have been on in the previous years, yeah, is Manchester Audi Group, the Syntha Group, Rolls-Royce, McLaren. So as you can see by some of the names on there, we do have some really prestigious partners, as you can see here. And these are working with us right now. And majority of them are always looking for talented individuals to join their team. And what we're going to do is give you the skill set ready for you to start your career in the automotive sector. So that's it from me. A lot of information to take in, a lot of things to digest. I've got my colleague on standby answering the questions, and the site is looking extremely busy with some of the questions coming in. Feel free to ask the questions anytime via the website. What I'm going to do now is play a video. It is 15 minutes long, but it's going to give you an insight into 3 things. One, you can see our current facilities. So you can see that you're joining a groundbreaking area. You can see you're going to see our automotive workshops. You're going to see the campus. You're going to see the tutors giving you some demonstrations on what it's like to do automotive. And also what you're going to see is the tutors giving you some top tips how to look after your vehicle if you're doing any long journeys or any journeys throughout the summer holidays. So thank you very much, and I shall see you after the video. Hi, my name is Ayub Musa, and today we are at the Manchester College in the automotive workshops. And what I'm about to do is show you our fantastic facilities and some of the equipment that you can be using when you join us in September. So if you follow me through the workshops, you can see that this is the automotive mechanical environment, and here is what we've got is some fantastic pieces of kit for students to use on their courses moving forward from September. You can see some of the staff are preparing the vehicles, and they are preparing some of the equipment, just getting it serviced and ready to go from September. What I would like to talk to you about today is the 3 areas that we've got of automotive. Did you know that? Well, today, after viewing this short video clip, you're going to know the 3 different areas we have for you to undertake. Area number 1 is the mechanical workshop, where we do things like engine repairs, servicing, brakes. You can see some tire machines here taking place, changing tires, and general day-to-day maintenance and repair. That's area number 1. Area number 2 is the body and paint area. If you're unlucky enough to have an accident, your vehicle comes into this area, is where we do the repair and the paint process of the car, bringing it back to life. And as you can see that here, this area is very different than what you saw over on the other side in the mechanical area. And here is some student work. You can see this is a model of the Range Rover Evoque being painted and some repairs taking place on there. So here's a mark, as you can see, that will be repaired and brought back to life. Moving forward, still staying in the body and paint area, we have a number of different processes that you can see done by the students. we can see some vehicle paint and refinishing done on this side, and we can see, here we go, body panel repairs been taking place on this side. So giving you a bit of an idea of what the body and paint looks like. So this is area number 2. Our final stop is the auto electrical area, where we'll be looking at everything on the car that has electrics on it, such as lighting, steering wheel, dashboard. The modern car has a lot of electrical systems installed on it, and anti-lock braking systems and engine management systems are some of the systems that go faulty. And when these go faulty, you see a light appearing on the dashboard that tells you there's a fault on the car, that you need to have it checked out. And one of the things that the auto electrical students do is interrogate the vehicle's computer systems, doing complex fault finding, and then putting the fault correctly. Okay, so this is auto electrical. Now that's it from me. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. We have the website www.tmc.ac.uk.
Hi guys, my name is Ali Qureshi and I'm the tutor here at the Manchester College for Auto Electrical. A lot of people ask, what is auto electrical and what does it cover? One of the main areas of auto electrical is vehicle enhancements. As you can see behind me here, we have this wonderful Mini Cooper that the college has worked on, the college students. They have fitted an excellent sound system in the back of this car, featuring 2 nice big subwoofers and an amp built into the floor. A lot of this kind of stuff is undertaken by the students here at the Manchester College. As you can see here are some of the processes that are undertaken to make this job complete. As you can see here, we have made the surrounds for the speakers, made the fixing plates for the amplifier, and the overall finish of the job. We hope to see you soon in September. Thank you for joining us.
I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you our state-of-the-art mixing room. As you can see by these chipsticks here, and I'll just pick one to show you, that we have all the different shades to paint different car colors by using these chip cards. So ever thought that how all these colors are made? Well, in this room here is where the magic takes place.
So, my name's Steve Shaw and I'm from the Body and Paint department at the Manchester College. Today I'm going to show you a variation of how we would mix a colour from a manufacturer of Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, and one of those particular manufacturers. What we've got here is a data sheet which will have all the different tinters which make one of these colours of these colour chips. What we'll pretty much do is print this data sheet out of the manufacturer's code, and then it'll give us the specific tinters to mix a litre, half a litre, a third of a litre, or you estimate how much you're going to use for a particular panel. What we're going to do today is mix a third of a litre. So what I'll tend to do with this is look at the actual numbers, get them all out, set in a row, set out which number, 0, 8, 0, 9, 0, 2, and then 0, 20. Mixing cup, 0, look at the number, 165 grams of 0.8. That's it, and the numbers show up on the screen so you can get it to exactly the right gram. 0.9. That may not be as much as you use with the first one, because the first one tends to be the primary colour. And 0.2. And then again 0.20. Finally, works that. Mixing stick. mix it to the colour it is. And if you want to learn how to mix colours or specific vehicles, apply them to our fantastic array of motor vehicles we have at the Manchester College. We'll see you in September.
Hi, I'm Ibrahim Patel. I'm from the Automotive Department from the Manchester College, and here today with me is...
Hi, my name is Chris Lindsay. I'm also a automotive tutor here at the Manchester College, and I'm going to show you today some basic level checks for you to do at home. Before we start, make sure you're wearing your gloves. I've got a cloth to check the oil. Oil dipstick is yellow in colour. You pull it out, and as you look at the oil on the dipstick, you can see the oil colours nice.
I'll just stop the video there to take any questions first, and then we'll do the second section of the video, which tells you how to take on board or level checks and things like maintenance, live vehicle maintenance things you can do at home. So if there's any questions before we move to second stage of the video, please fire away now.
Thank you. I am just having a look through the Q&A box now. Now, I know that Ibrahim has answered quite a few of these, which is really great, but I am going to read a few out just so that some people can hear it as well and just hear you explaining your own words.
Okay.
So somebody's asked, will we be working on, will we be repairing real customers' cars?
Absolutely. So the cars that you're going to be working on whilst you're doing the course that are in the car parks today. Yeah, so modern day vehicles that you see when you go, for instance, to supermarkets, the vehicles that you see on the car parks today, them's are the cars that you're going to be working on. You saw in the video, we have a selection of BMWs, you have a selection of Mini Coopers, Mazdas, Fords. There's a real vast array of vehicles for you to work on.
Great, thank you. And somebody's also asked, are there courses related to electrical vehicles in maintenance?
Yes, they are. Electric vehicle technology is something that is moving forward at a significant pace. We are pioneering this by a significant investment at the college. We're currently opening in September 2020, so this September, an immersive technological lab, big mouthful there, which is going to have all electric vehicle technology in there.
Great, thank you very much. Somebody else has asked, how will classes look in September? Will I be doing practical lessons or online learning?
Well, there's going to be a mix, but majority of it is going to be practical. So if you do join the Manchester College, rest assured you're going to be working in the state-of-the-art workshops. There's going to be 75% of practical learning taking place to 20 to 25, let's say 25% online learning, and 5% of your time will be for homework and things like that.
And in light of that as well, what social distancing and measures will be in place regarding COVID-19?
Absolutely. So we're following the government guidelines. We've got the social distancing in place, but we're very fortunate to have a very large workshop. So we've got 3 very big workshops, and within these workshops, we've split them into 4 zones, and these zones are fully compliant with the government guidelines. So rest assured, it's very safe, plenty of space. You won't feel cramped at all.
Fabulous. Somebody else has asked, do I need any school certificates to access these courses? So what qualifications are needed? Absolutely,
yes. So we're very much a big community college. You don't need any qualifications to join the college. One moment, we're just gonna, there's a phone going, I apologize. Yeah, so you don't need any qualifications to join the course, but we always say to have some qualifications is better than having none. And the more qualifications you come with better GCSE grades, will dictate on what level that you join at. Let me give you an example. Somebody coming in with GCSE passes at English and Maths will join at level 2. Somebody coming without them qualifications will still get a place, but may have to join at level 1.
Thank you. Somebody else has asked, can you help me find work experience, or do I have to source my own? Now, Ibrahim has put a nice answer in this, but are you able to elaborate on the types of work experience that you're able to help our students gain?
So, like I said in the presentation, we've got specialist employability tutors. Their job is to work with the students to find them work experience. We'd love for you to bring your own, work experience to the table. But if you don't have it, there's not a problem. We've got a big, vast array of employers that we currently work with, and they're always looking for young talent or talent to join their department.
Thank you. Somebody's asked, do I need my own tools?
No. All the tools and equipment is provided by the college.
Great. Is there going to be any welding on my course?
Absolutely. So what I was talking to you about before, things do break. Cars are made of steel. Yeah, things need to be put back and corrected. So you will be learning part of your fabrication unit, some different types of welding.
Thank you very much. Somebody else has asked, can I do a mix of body and paint with mechanical?
Yes, we have a new course that's called Multi-Skills that we've launched last year. That has a mix of mechanical, electrical and body and paint all within there.
Great, sounds good. Somebody else has asked, how long does it take to become an MOT tester?
3 years is your answer. So you need to get up to level 3. That would take you 3 years because each level is a year long. But after this, you need to apply your skills in the MOT sector for 2 years of paid work. After that, you do a 4-day course, and upon being successful on that 4-day course, you're an MOT tester.
Great, thank you. That's really informative. Another question here, for the automotive engineering, do I need to bring my own overalls and steel toe cap boots, or do you provide them? And somebody else has asked, can you help with PPE, or do I need to provide my own?
The answer is yes, we can help with your PPE. You don't need to provide your own. The college supplies you on your induction. So when you first start the college, your own sets of overall, boots and any other safety equipment you need to do your course.
Thank you. And we've got somebody here who's asked, what does the level 1 course consist of?
The level 1 course consists of light vehicle maintenance and repair. So that's vehicle servicing, tyres, repairing punctures, fixing exhausts, changing oils, repairing brakes. All the vehicle components that are on a car that are wear and tear are covered in the light vehicle level 1 course.
Great, thank you. It looks like we've covered all the questions for now, if you want to continue with the video.
Thank you very much. So the second stage of the video shows the tutors demonstrating some safety checks to the car. I shall put them on now.
Hi, I'm Ibrahim Patel. I'm from the Automotive.
Oh, blimey.
And we'll see you in September.
Hi, I'm Ibrahim Patel. I'm from the Automotive Department from the Manchester College. And here today with me is...
Hi, my name is Chris Lindsay. I'm also a automotive tutor here at the Manchester College. And I'm going to show you today some basic level checks for you to do at home. Before we start, make sure you're wearing your gloves. I've got a cloth to check the oil. Oil dipstick is yellow in colour. You pull it out, and as you look at the oil on the dipstick, you can see the oil colour is nice and brown, and it's on the maximum level, spot on. Pop that back in. The other level checks we're checking is our screen wash. So we've got some screen additive that we're going to pop in. It's just under here, you may not see it. Top it up, just needs a slight top up. And that's it, it's full. Put the lid back on. So we've done oil and screen wash. The next level we're looking at is our coolant level. This is our coolant level. I can see it's a little bit low. So again, I'm going to top it up. Just a tiny bit. Perfect. It's done. Always remember to put the lid back on. And that is our basic levels done.
Brilliant, thank you. I'm going to now show you how to do the simple safety checks on tyres. It's very important you have your tyres checked on a regular basis just to ensure that your vehicle does not lose control on the roads. So we're going to use a tyre tread depth gauge. It's a very simple device. If I just show you there, little prong that sticks out with the unit measures in millimeters, and our road legal safety guides show that the minimum tyre tread depth should be at 1.6 millimeters across the whole circumference. So I'm just going to quickly measure this now. So it's simply as putting it into the braids of the tyres there, and you take a reading by poking it through firmly, and this one showing now is just at 5 millimeters, which is above the standards. That's brilliant. Along with this check that I've just done, we're also going to check the tyre pressure. So here, if I just switch this device on, set to PSI, and I'm going to just insert this into the tyre on the side where you've got the pressure valve. Press it in firmly, and this will now take a reading, and there it shows 23 psi. Now this needs to be checked with the manufacturer specification for each tyres on the car, depending on the size, can be different. So once that is set to the manufacturer specification, you're safe on the road. Okay, we're going to now move on to checking the wipers, as Chris has topped up all the levels. I'll quickly demonstrate how to check wipers. Now the key factor here is what you're going to make sure is the security of the actual wiper blade itself onto the arm. So we're going to raise it up slightly, check the firmness, check the clips are intact, and then we're going to look at the condition of the blade. As you look at the condition of the blade here, you'll clearly notice the rubber has deteriorated completely, and you will notice the difference when we put the washers to play. There will be a significant difference between the clean steering on the driver's side to the passenger side. So this wiper here I've checked is at poor condition, and this would have to be replaced. On the other side, we'll check the passenger. Again, check it for firmness, security, making sure it's secured on. That's brilliant. But looking at the blade here, it's in brilliant condition. You can just see everything's intact, both sides. There's no fraying of the rubber compound on the material, and it's nice and soft. We'll give it a quick wipe down, and Chris, if we can get the booster pack connected, we'll then show you a demonstration of the wipers, ensuring that they clean the screen, and you'll see the difference between the two. And then hopefully we'll show you how to do the safety checks on the lights. All right. It is. We can just get our little booster pack connected. So we're ensuring that the leads are connected correctly. This is not something that you would do on your vehicles, but with it being a training vehicle, we're just making sure that it's
Red to positive, black to negative.
that's right.
12 volts. Powering it up now. And we're nearly ready.
I'll start the vehicle and then
Ibrahim, if you can start her up for me, please.
ready to start.
Yeah. Perfect. Just leave it running for a second. So, let's move this out of the way. So if you operate the wipers for me, yeah, you can see that this one plane's steering and this one's nice and clear, so that needs addressing. Can we go through some lights? Can I have side lights, please? Excellent. Headlights. Excellent. Indicators. Excellent. I'll just go to the back. Side lights are on, yes, excellent. Indicators. Excellent. Nice, brilliant. Pressure brake. Green light. All present correct. So done. Basic levels of light check.
that's as easy as it is. So that was the lighting checks done. The vehicle is now safe, other than obviously we've highlighted that the wipers need changing on it and the tyre pressures need to be at the correct PSI. So that's something for you guys to check at home. I hope you will understand it and take some experience out of this, and hope you can join us in the near future. We look forward to seeing you. Our courses that we offer are linked to our industry partners, and we are linked with the Wayne's sponsors, Additive Limited, and what they do is they provide us with additional support with our students.
Hi, so that's me and Ibrahim done. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon in the 2020 cohort.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, everybody. Any more questions? We're happy to take any more questions on board.
Great. No, I think that's it, Ayub. And we don't have any more questions. So I'm going to end the session there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for the Automotive and Logistics Couch to College session. We've got lots of sessions happening. This week is our curriculum week, and next week there's going to be sessions from our employability team, careers and welfare team, and lots of others. So make sure you do join as many as you can. We do hope you have a lovely evening, and thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for all your questions. But yeah, we'll end it there. So thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
See you all
everyone.
soon.